Hi everyone, welcome to part, I forgot, whatever part it is, it's F. That part again. So, we are here at the eModels live at the bench with me, Ted, and the man himself down there in the bottom corner of my screen anyway is the amazing Foxx.
Hello everyone, how is everyone?
Right, what are we going to do tonight? As usual, we have nothing at all planned, but we'll soon sort things out. We'll get across and we'll have a look what's in store. What else we're going to do? We'll have a look at what's in store. We'll have a look at a sticker. We'll give away a sticker.
Yay!
Yeah, the great sticker giveaway, and generally chat. I've just tried to find the chat for everybody.
I'll just get it open now.
Just get it up now. We have 38 viewers in already, and we can't see who you are. Right,
I'm just getting it up, Mrs.
So yeah. So right. You've got the chat, Foxx.
It's coming.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll just.
There we go. Should we see who we got in?
Right. Yeah. Who we got in?
We have Matthew Bertels. Hello, Matthew. Is there anybody there? See you at 9 p.m. Crazy Major, Alan Kelly, Phil East, evening all. TK, hello TK. Who else do we have? Got the wrong glass on, haven't I? Alan Kelly, Paul Stewart. We have Scrifty Pup, of course. Scott Sutherland, hey Scott. How's life in the Orkneys? Is it Orkney? It's not Orkneys. It's not Orkney Islands. You get told off if you say Orkney Islands. It's Orkney. It's just Orkney.
Yeah.
I remembered, Scott. I'm very good. Who else do we have? The Ork Boys. Chris Henderson, good evening. Nigel Rogers, Mike Mountain. That Eagle Fox, says Mike Mountain. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
Who am I, UK? The Ork Boys again. James Renforth, Paul Stewart. Beyond Hope. Surely not Beyond Hope. There's always hope. Flash Models, evening everyone. Lofty21, Ron Mac 95. And James Johnson so far. I won't go through the whole list of everybody all night because that would be a really boring podcast.
I've got the chat up as well now. Everything's working.
Yeah, I've got my enormous coffee, so I'm good.
Yeah. Have we actually sorted out the technical issues?
Well, you've said it now, haven't you?
Yeah. Well, if we didn't have technical issues, it wouldn't be a show, would it?
No.
Yeah. Right. I've got the chat as well, so I can see everybody as well. Paul Miller says, "How's the U-boat coming on?" He said, "And good evening to Foxx. The U-boat is coming along brilliantly. Some of it's down here. It's one of those cases where it's a part of I'll get that bit filmed tonight, and I start filming it, and then I realise, sugar, I haven't painted that bit. So I've got to stop what I'm doing and paint things. Unlike tanks and everything else like that, where you can just blat across and put paint across everything. There's lots of little parts in here, and I didn't realise how many parts there were just in that compartment. Because you've got to put all the decals on, then you've got to paint all the instruments, all the different colours, then you've got to highlight all the wires and paint just masses of it. But keeps me occupied, keeps me out the pub.
That's a bad thing, Ted. That's a bad thing.
Although I got this hobby because I'm saying to the wife, well, it'll keep me out the pub. And I wish I'd gone to the pub because it'd be cheaper.
Can I just point out to everybody as well that you have to show them you're in the middle of making your Poopen Papen Fluschenhausen, as I like to call it.
Yeah. Here's this little bit here. I don't know if it'll come out as in focus. There we even have the loo.
Poopenhausen.
The Poopenhausen. And we even have just in here, hang on in a minute, this calls for a pointy stick. Right there, we have the toilet roll. Everything is included in this kit.
Yes. Well, almost everything, thankfully not everything.
We've even got a little mine, just to keep yourself occupied in there.
Now, we did have a discussion the other day as to whether you should do a little Easter egg on that, didn't we?
Yeah. What I will do for you, all you e-modelers, only you, don't tell anybody else because this is a big secret. What I'm going to do when I do this is that this little chap here, who will be sat in the loo on a U-boat in the 1940s, he will have in his hand an iPhone. So you could just see him through the door.
Because he sat there like he's got something in his hand. So
yeah, he sat there like something he's got in his hand. Now, you remember in the days when you used to go to the loo and you take your newspaper with you. These days, you take your iPhone, don't you? And you
my dad would go to the loo for 45 minutes and he'd read the entire paper. I never understood that until nowadays. I go to the loo, I'm sat there reading my Twitter, and I'm like, I now understand why my dad did that, because you do start reading something and get carried away.
So that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do just for you eModelers, and don't tell anybody else, because when you see the model out anywhere, or if you nip down when it's finished, it's going to go down to eModels. You can have a look through the toilet door and you can see the guy 1940s on his iPhone. So yeah, you can point out, you can give your mates, you can give your kids a nudge, can't you? Look at that in there. Yeah.
Now you see, if you're a true Japanese modeler with the genius talent for tiny things, what you do is you then do something so on the screen it had a little like eModels YouTube channel thing on the screen.
Yeah.
But we're not Japanese, we can't do that.
Yeah. Or maybe there could be in the crew quarters, there could be a little poster with an eModels poster.
Yeah.
That's eModels. That's eModels. Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
I think we're getting carried away here.
Yeah. That's what we're here for.
I did have a question tonight. I don't know
you actually had a question. Where's it gone?
Net Voyage said he doesn't own a phone, doesn't like them, and never did. Good on you. Yeah, mine keeps me awake all night because it's pinging and everybody's sending me messages. Because when I go to bed, America gets up and then the phone starts pinging. So
you can put it on airplane mode, Ted, and stop all that.
Yeah, I just don't like to leave the viewers and the questioners waiting.
You don't need sleep. Chris Walters says single or double ply. 1940 odd. It's gonna be like you get at school, that crispy stuff with the sharp edges, isn't it?
Yeah, that wasn't newspaper. It was greaseproof paper, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like non-absorbent and like a razor blade if you folded it. Oh.
Yeah, then you could take it out and do your tracing for your artwork.
Yes.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, I had a question and I've lost it. Hang on. Somebody sent me an email today.
Chris Williams does say, you've been in there too long when your legs go to sleep.
Right.
Paul Stewart says he may be Starship filthing.
Could be. No, that's wrong. I've got that many email accounts now. To the eModels. There we go. Monday's question from Alan Kelly. Open. That's why, who was it that just said he didn't have a phone? Net Voyager said he didn't have a phone because he didn't like them. What? Yes, I completely understand. Right, Ted. Hi, Ted and Fox. I've just been bought a Tamiya Scriber. My question is, what do we use it for?
Let me find mine.
Have you got one?
I have a Tamiya Scriber, gefahren.
I have. If I can find it, you carry on and tell them what yours does now.
Okay, your Tamiya Scriber is a fantastic tool. It is a valuable tool, and I can't demonstrate it on camera because I've nothing to demonstrate it on. But basically, it has two uses. If you are making a model, let's say you're making a model plane and you've got to sand all the way along the fuselage, down the middle and underneath, because that's what model planes do, and that's why I don't make model planes. More often than not, when you've been putting filler in and sanding it back and cleaning it up, there's going to be panel lines that have been sanded away and you've got rid of them. This is for putting your panel lines back in. And it's also for, if you've got a model, let's say there's a big flat panel on a model and you think there should be a panel line in there just to make it interesting. You can use it to add panel lines. It's basically for scribing in. You can use it to cut plastic card if you want to, or you can mostly use it to put panel lines in where there aren't any or where you've sanded them out. And all you do, I won't do it on this, but very gently, you don't push down. Get yourself some. Got some. In my new filing system, I can find things, you see. Except I can't. Well, I had some Dymo tape. If you remember when you were at school, they had the thing where you click it and it'd write letters on the tape. Just look up Dymo, D-Y-M-O, Dymo tape. If you put down a piece of Dymo tape on your plastic, like that, gives you a nice straight edge. Use Dymo tape because it's dead sturdy, it won't bend and flop. And all you do is use that part of the blade, that little corner there, and you just very gently just run it along the Dymo tape. Just very, very gently. Do it once, do it twice, do it 2 or 3 times, and slowly but surely it will scribe out a nice, neat, square panel line. You can do that with modelling knives. Ooh, nearly stabbed myself with it. You can do it with modelling knives, but the problem with the modelling knife is it's going to make a cut in the plastic like that, and it's going to make a messy cut around the edges. This makes a nice square cut. It makes a nice square trench, so when you drag it along, it just carves out that panel line. And if you do it gently enough, you can get nice, clean, crisp edges, and it won't be all jaggedy and raggedy. So that's what your scribing tool is for. It's invaluable if you've filled in a seam line and you're like, oh, especially if you've got half a seam line and half the seam line missing, it looks terrible. So that's what it's for.
Beyond Hope says that Scriber is an essential tool for vac form kits. That and lots of sandpaper. I used a Scriber to great effect on the Bluebird kit that I did. That was a vac form kit. But my Scriber is actually this. If you can see that, it's actually a dental probe.
You're a dental probe.
Yeah, now it sort of makes me shiver when I get this out, because I have a great phobia of the dentist. But it's sort of hidden away in the back of my toolbox just for that case. It's actually, if you look at it, you can't really pick it up on here, but it's actually a square hook. As such, and you just use them as just Foxx says, just with some Dyno tape, or sometimes you'll find a spare piece of photo etch. You can bend that if you've got a curved part of your wing or something like that, or a curved fuselage. You can bend a piece of old photo etch around it, and then just as Foxx just described there, just drag your Scriber along. Let the Scriber do the work, and you should what should be coming off your plastic is dust, not plastic sort of strips, but you should keep working it, and it will be it'll generate a dust, and that's how you know you're doing it right. But yeah, that's what Scribers are for.
Yeah, the trick is not to press down really. You just drag it along, and each time you drag it, it will dig further in. And you'll just get little, like Ted says, little dusty bits. The reason we say Dymo tape or off-cut photo etch frame is because if you use normal masking tape, when you drag it, it's going to go like that and push the tape around. You want something that's going to not move when you drag the Scriber along, and Dymo tape or photo etch fret is perfect for that. If you do that, though, make sure if sometimes you can tape the photo etch fret down just to keep it in place.
Yep. Net Voyager says, why do we drop everything on the floor as well? We need table bibs, just a long tray in front of the desk. Yeah, do you mean those little bibs like babies have when they're having their dinner? I often wear, when I'm building, I'll often wear an apron that goes down across my knees, and if you drop anything, it usually lands in the apron first. But yeah, that's what. Yeah, we always, and you always drop something when you got your hands full, so you can't put everything down and pick it up.
It's because the carpet monster is telepathic and convinces us to drop it because it needs to be fed.
And as Wrong Max says, yeah, you spend 20 minutes on the floor looking for it, and then you find it's either stuck to your hand or already on the bench. Yeah, why is it like you go through all the drawers looking for something, and
it's there?
It's there.
I lost a piece on the model once. It was a tiny piece. I lost a piece on the model, and for 3 days I was like, great, now I'm going to have to just cobble something together. And I found it 3 days later in the bathroom.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know what. Something made me think I should go and look in the bathroom. I don't know why, and it was there. And I'm like, I don't know why I looked in the bathroom. I don't know how it got in the bathroom.
As the weather's getting better at the moment, the model making chicken has started making an appearance in the workshop again. So I've had to sort of start clearing up all my bits off the floor because the chicken eats them.
Yeah. Have you found any eggs in your model making chair yet?
No, there was a great disaster. I have had an egg in the chair because she often sits and roosts on the chair. Great disasters in the workshop this week because I came in and I had paint wash thing here full of water on the bench, and the chicken decided she was going to sit on the bench. You may see that I've got everything soaking here for the colour call-outs for the U-boat because it's soaked. Hopefully, I think it's drying out. So, disaster of the week, the chicken.
You really shouldn't have taught her how to open doors, Ted. That was a bad idea.
Yeah. So she sits sunning herself at the front of the door, and I come back in, and she's sat on the bench. Right. Moving swiftly on, because Chris Williams has just said about a stroopwafel. It brings me to the giveaway this week. We're going to have a giveaway. Yes. And I'm about to announce what it is. If you didn't see the link so far, what we're going to give away is, I'm going to share the screen.
Press the button, Ted.
Press the button. Share the screen, and that's the giveaway for this week. Is the eModels Scale Model Enthusiast mug. I'm just hoping that it comes up in a moment.
It's up, I think.
It's up. Yep. There it is. Yep. The eModels Scale Model Enthusiast mug. We're going to give one of those away to a lucky viewer later on in the show tonight, as well as the usual sticker giveaway. So you can all have a go at going for it. If you miss your chance at if you miss your chance at winning tonight's giveaway, you can order them now from eModels themselves. There they are. $6.95.
What scale is it?
Yeah, it's a stroopwafel scale.
Yes.
It's coming perfectly as a stroopwafel holder.
Awesome.
And I'm trying to move. What happens here is
you pressed the button again, didn't you?
I pressed the wrong button.
While you're doing that, Ron Mack says, if your chicken eats a bit of model and it lays an egg, will the bit of model be in the egg? And Philly says that's how they make Kinder eggs.
Yeah, my chicken. Is that how they get the gift in the egg?
Get the chicken to eat it.
Yeah.
I don't think that's how chickens work.
No, it does eat everything though. We've spent more time chasing out the house these past couple of days.
Good mouse catchers.
Yeah, they do.
People don't realise that chickens will have a go at a mouse, wolf a mouse down.
Yeah, and we've seen it. We found it in the garden once with the back end of a mouse hanging out of its mouth.
It's there going, what? I'm a chicken. What? Didn't you read the instructions?
Yeah. So right. So that's it. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to have a giveaway. I hope Fox reminds me and I don't forget. I better make a note. Giveaway.
Yes. Ted, don't forget to give the cup away. I've done my job now.
Yeah. Right. Right. We're. I think we're.
David Hunter says hello. He's just come in.
Oh, well, good evening, David, and congratulations on your retirement. David is another retiree this week, so spend the rest of his days at the model bench.
TK wants to know how chickens do against rats.
Oh yeah,
that's more of a violence fight. I think that's where you start getting health bars and stuff.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, I think they go for rats. Yeah, rats. No, chickens. No, it's turkeys that are stupid.
Wood pigeons that are stupid.
Yeah, turkeys are stupid. Turkeys will sit and let a rat. Well, it sounds gory, but turkeys will sit and let a rat eat them. On the roof. Never mind. Anyway, we should change the subject.
Yes, we're going well off target there.
Yeah, we're well off target. Far away from modelling as you could expect. So now it's over to you guys for your questions. If you have any questions, fire them through to us, and we'll try and do our best to either avoid them or answer them.
Yes.
And while we're waiting for people to think of a question, you better tell us what came in the post this week, Fox.
What came in the post? Well, people know what came in the post. Well, some people know. In fact, no, a lot of people won't know. This week, I have been mostly waiting for a package to arrive. If you haven't seen the video already, it's available in certain places. It's up on eModels now. You've probably seen it. Obviously, let's see. Shall I just show them? Because I'm waffling, aren't I? Yes. Yeah. It will be the next project after the transit van is finished. That's still got a way to go yet. But the next project is going to be this big puppy. Space 1999, 22-inch special edition Eagle transporter. I keep calling it an Eagle lander, but that's not what this is. And this just gives you an idea of how big the box actually is. It's huge. So that's arrived this week, and I can't wait to get on with this now. It's 300 parts thereabouts. It is an MPC Round 2 kit, and it is, to give you an idea of the size, that's half of the commander module. Here's my hand for scale. It's going to be huge. Now obviously it's 22 inches. I'll show you how big that is. Where's my tape measurings? Where is my, I can't find my tape measurings. It's about that long. It's huge.
That'll be a 24 inches. That'll be what, around 2 foot then?
It says nearly 22 inches. So yeah, about 2 foot. Or if you're an American viewer, about 13 cups. But it's really cool because there's one thing I noticed. They've done a very good job. Apparently they've been working on this for about 5 years to bring the kit to market. A lot of people have asked them, and they've been working with Brian Johnson. I think it's Brian Johnson, the guy that designed the original model for the filming miniature. And they've had access to some of the studio props, and they have done a fantastic job. And I'll show you, I don't know if it'll come out on camera, but because they had access to the original props and the original plans, they've recreated pretty much everything on it, including on this piece of side panel here. If it will come out, I don't know if it will. If you can see here, that the keen-eyed amongst you will notice that that looks a lot like the Apollo lunar lander. If you hold it that way, it looks a bit like the LEM, and it actually is. Because in the studio model they had a tiny little Apollo lander, so they cut it in half and stuck it on one of the walls on the side of the centre part, and they've actually reproduced it. There's a tiny little Apollo lunar lander on the side of the Eagle. Brilliant. So I was looking through the kit and I looked at all the little details they've included, like there's a back of a King Tiger hull plate on one of the sidewalls, which is on the original filming miniature, because they used to take parts of models and cut them up and stick them on. It's kit bashing. But the one thing that really sold this kit for me are these. These are the thruster bells. This is one sprue of thruster bells, and you'll note they are not split in half. They are one single unit. There will be no seam line on the thruster bells. Yes! Yes! There's nothing worse than getting a model and you get something like this, like a thruster bell or some similar kind of round thing, and it's split in half, and you're like, because when you look at this model when it's finished, the command module at the front and the thrusters at the back, the thrusters are going to be silvery, shiny metal. They're going to stand out, and it's a focal point. And if you have big seam lines down the middle, there'd be no way to fill those in because you've got all the little ridge detail. You forget it. So the fact they've actually done it as a complete single piece, thank you MPC. I will have MPC's babies. I will have them all. So, and there's a foot to give you an example of how big it is. So, don't know when that's going to start because I've got to finish the transit first, and I've got a few other bits and bobs going on. But yeah, as soon as that gets going, I'll be cracking on with that.
So on that note, you mentioned MPC. I believe that they've sort of improved or from years ago where they were pretty much...
Yeah, if you go back, say, 25, 30 years, MPC kits, whenever you used to buy an old Star Trek kit, MPC kits were just like, I'll be honest, the old kits 30 years ago, garbage. They were terrible. They were horrible, they didn't fit, they were horrible plastic, they were badly moulded, there was flash everywhere, the instructions made no sense. I used to have an old Star Trek USS Reliant, it was the worst kit ever made. The display base was a clear part that went under the nacelles just for no reason whatsoever. Nowadays, though, with round 2, they're using round 2 to bring back classic old kits they used to, but they're kind of retooling them and rebuilding them, and they're using much better plastic. They're using, obviously, computer-aided design. These are all CAD designed. They're not, there's no hand sculpting going on, so they're all really, really nicely moulded. The detail on these, I don't know if it'll come out on camera, but the detail on the command module there, the little raised panels, absolutely beautiful. It's so nice and crisp. So if you've got, you know, bad memories of MPC kits from when you were a kid, don't write them off, because nowadays they've stepped the game up a lot. So this, I've been reading some reviews and talking to some people about this kit, and nobody's had a bad word to say about this Eagle yet. not one bad thing about it. You know, you've got, you know, little bits you have to do with any kit, but nobody said, you know, there's a really problem with that at all. So I can't wait.
Yeah, obviously the already somebody's asked a question. Are you going to light it? It's a thought. I know we have. We'll be honest. We have spoke about it.
Yeah,
you and I have spoken about it. I need to put the readers' minds at rest.
Probably not, being honest. Two reasons. One, first and foremost, one is I've no experience with lighting, and I don't want to try learning how to light a model kit on a kit like that. If I learn to do lighting, I'll do it on a little cheapy kit that I can get it wrong on. Another reason is I'm not keeping that model. It's going, you know, it's going to sit on the display case at eModels when it's finished. They have a little display case with all the models on them. So I'd have to get the lighting kit. So I'm not going to do that. But first and foremost, I don't want to learn and make all mistakes on that kit because it's gorgeous, and I don't want to ruin it. So I probably will do lighting at some point. I had some ideas for some potential lighting, so I'd say 99% probably not going to light it, but there's a little 1% thing there in the back of my mind. I'm thinking about something, so that's not really answered the question at all, is it? No, but yes, maybe, but no, but yes, maybe, but no.
We will see. We'll see what the future brings.
Yes. One other thing arrived as well this week, apart from some little diorama bits that I wanted to show. For the transit van, I ordered one of these.
Oh, that's the new display bases from
Coastal.
Yeah.
Yes. I thought I'd give one of these a try. They're little. This is a 144th scale aircraft diorama. They're little diorama bases, and they're really designed for if you're going to a show and you're taking your model to a show and you haven't got a diorama for it. If you don't want to sit on the table with a card saying I made this model, whatever. You get one of these. They're just dead simple. This one's got some tarmac, some grass, and some rough tarmac, and they're just designed to be quick and easy display bases, so it's not just a boring black base under your model. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some static grass and stuff to here. I've got one of the ammo sheets of, I think it's Tundra. I've got a roll of the Javis tarmac to stick here, and I've got some leaves that I can sprinkle, and I'll probably put some bits and bobs on the flags. But they're really nice. It's a really thick, it's like the kind of stuff you get for sale signs made out of. It's a bit like plastic card, but tougher.
Yeah, it's a bit like a denser foam board, isn't it? It's a bit more
proper look.
Yeah, a bit more structural.
But it's really high quality printed, so it just looks absolutely fantastic. I can't actually tell if it's real flagstones or somebody's made a model of flagstones and then photographed it. I can't quite tell. I think it's actually real.
Yeah, from what I've seen, I seem to think that they're the photographs. Just reproduced onto the board. Yeah.
Well, what I discovered with this one, this is for 144th scale aircraft, and I showed it on the video. But if I put those flagstones are big enough because it's supposed to be an airstrip, they're actually big enough that if I put me on there, it kind of works. They look like normal sized flagstones. So there's a load of these in stock. They tend to cater towards aircraft. So there's a lot of things like airstrips, landing pads, things like that. Trackways for vehicles. There are a few there's a deserty one with tank tracks in there. I think it's 1/72nd scale, and there's a couple of beautiful ones which are actually one is for ships, and it's basically the wake of the ship on either side. So you plonk your ship down the middle, it looks like the sea's boiling up around it. And one of them is to represent the ocean as if a helicopter's above it, so all the sea is being pushed out to the sides. So you can make your model helicopter and stick it on top, and it looks like the rotor blades are blasting the sea out. I can't really explain it, but if you know what I mean, it's like the water's all kind of gone out from radiated out from where the helicopter is, and that's brilliant. I love that. The only downside for me is I have to make a helicopter, and that's not going to happen. So.
And they're not too far away either, but you can they're not too far away from you and I, but you certainly get from eModels. So I think they just started taking them on. They've got to get them in stock from there. So
they've got quite a good selection as well. So go and have a look, because there's some desert ones, there's some for vehicles, and most of them for airplanes, aircraft. But they can be used for anything.
They look really effective. They look really effective if you're taking photographs of your models. They look really doubly effective then, because they have, they give that impression of it being on a tarmac or on a ship's deck or anything.
Because if you look at this in real life, it's obviously flat. There's no 3D to the tiles. But if you're taking photographs, it just looks like real tiles. And I'm going to add things to this anyway to make it a more 3D effect. So yeah, go and have a look. They're really cool.
Anyway, I'll just have a run through the chat as we've been moving up as we've been going on. Making models says Fox, you're trimmed, almost gentlemanly-like. Yeah.
Yes, I had to. When I filmed the video for that, I was opening the box and I could see this enormous beard sticking out the side of my face. I'm like, yeah, that needs to be sorted out.
Scruffy Pup asks for suggestions on how to bend photo etch into a tight curve. I think one or two people have made some suggestions further down in chat for that. There is actually a
bendy tool.
Yeah, there is a curved bender available.
Sure.
Somewhat, yeah, but also what you could use is just like a drill bit, something like that. You know, you put an electric drill, bend it around. That depends how much of a curve you want to use. That's if you. I take it you're curving them as in a radius curve, not a right angle curve. If it's a right angle curve, I used to use pliers. Can't find it now. In here somewhere. Photo etch bending tools, really useful to have. And it needs no instruction how to use them. You just clamp your piece down and just bend it into the angle you want. That's that. Right,
what else do we have?
Going down. Alan Kelly says he has a 12-inch version. I take it means the Eagle Lander.
Yes.
Eagle Transporter.
Transport. Yeah, I keep calling that Lander as well. I did it on the video. I'm like, why do I keep calling that a Lander?
Fraser Duncan says, is it usual for Airfix chromed parts to be so rubbish? Generally, yeah.
Any chromed parts?
Yeah, most chrome parts. It's really sort of, I think it must be a pain in the backside for these manufacturers that do chrome parts, because it must be a bind for them to try, but to get it. So I don't think anybody that I know of produces really good chrome parts.
No.
Strip it off and re-chrome it yourself using some of the alclad metals. Lots of products out there for re-chroming parts.
The only chrome parts I've ever used that I haven't stripped the chrome off is like occasionally in a Gunpla you might get a piston in an arm and the actual piston shaft is chromed, but they keep all the nubs where you're never going to see them and they look quite good, so though you'll leave those. But anything else in a model that's chromed, get that off. You can't paint on it, you can't glue it. If you get a nub mark, you can't clean it up, nothing matches it. Get it in some oven cleaner. For those in the UK, I use Oven Pride, or some people use bleach, but it's never worked for me. Get it in some oven cleaner or some bleach. Get that chrome off, repaint it. Just don't. It's just not.
I don't think it looks particularly realistic anyway.
No, it's totally out of scale. It's just horrible. It's just horrible stuff. You can't paint on it. You can't prime it. You can't do anything with it. And there's no way to match up if you make a little nub mark. You can't clean that up because nothing matches the chrome plating. In Japanese models, it's called meki plating. It's a very similar process, but not exactly the same. And it's the same thing. Bandai insist on releasing some kits that have like completely meki plated exterior armor, but I'm like, no, never getting one of those. It's not happening.
Life After Work says he's been watching your current build, so he's sure you'll enjoy the Eagle build. He saw the series when it was original. It was so bad but fun to watch. Yeah, it was pretty bad.
What is that, Space 1999?
Space 1999, I take it he's coming about that.
Yeah, I actually I put in the video, I said it was terrible. And I thought, you know what, I found a playlist with all the episodes ever on it. So I thought, I'll actually sit and watch them. And I'm up to about episode 11 now. And I take it back, it's not terrible, it's just awful.
Yeah.
But it's kind of acceptable at the same time. It's not as bad as I thought it was. I've already got past the Brian Blessed episode, which is pretty bad. So.
Yeah, it's amazing what we sat and what. When you see it on reruns on the TV, I think I watched a rerun tonight of On the Buses.
Oh God!
That one?
You Blakey.
Yeah, Reggie Valley. It was so bad. How we ever laughed at that, and we watched it week after week. We used to sit round the TV on a Saturday evening to watch.
Excited. I can see why Space 1999 was kind of awesome in its day, because if you take yourself back to like the mid 70s, it was great. I mean, but you look at it now and it's like it requires so much suspension of disbelief. But I've watched so much bad Japanese 1970s anime over the last couple of months. It's fine. Watch bad anime and then you can watch Space 1999. You'll accept it. There's just so many flares. It's so many flares. All the flares in the world.
It's sometimes worth. Sometimes it's worth. No, I'll rephrase that. Sometimes it's best not to watch these series again because nostalgia is a great thing, and they'll always be great in your mind. But when you come and watch them again, it'll just wipe all that out.
I think watching it now is different because when I watch it now, I'm at the point in my life when I look back on the 70s with fondness because I was a kid. 10 years ago, I probably wouldn't have liked it because I wasn't as enamoured of the 70s. But now I'm getting older, I'm thinking, you know what, the 70s were all right. It wasn't that bad. And it's kind of cool now. And I've got a safari jacket downstairs. I actually wear a 1970s safari jacket on my day-to-day life. And it's like, you know what? I'm kind of getting back into the idea of flares and big colours. It's not that bad. So,
we'll be tuning in next week to see your bedroom behind your bedroom wall in flock brown wallpaper.
Yes, I've ordered the avocado bath set.
Yeah, brown and orange wallpaper.
Yes. I don't know if people can see, by the way. I don't know if it'll come out. Can they see the poster up there? Probably not. No. The poster that comes with the kit is now on my wall, the big Eagle transporter. But it is a gorgeous kit, and if you're of a mind to get one, go grab one. Obviously, seriously, it looks awesome. I don't know when the series will start because I've got other bits to do.
Something I'll look forward to.
Yes.
Right, carrying on down there. Fraser, that's a question about the Chrome for Airfix. A few of things going on. Chris Williams, a few of the bits going on, like the Falcon Fox. Do we mention that? No, we don't mention that.
Ron Mack just mentioned the Wheel Tappers and Shunters Club. He now has 100% respect in my book. My dad used to work on the Wheel Tappers and Shunters Club. He was a cameraman.
All around the room.
Well, ringing the bell. Ding, ding, ding. He's a good lad. He's a good lad. Give him a round of applause.
Right. Going down. I wouldn't. Yeah, people talking amongst themselves. That's great. Yeah, I was not spending. Somebody mentioned the. No, he swore on that. Talking of Flash, I'm still grumpy with the beep of the aircraft carrier bloody Revell. Here's somebody talking about nub removing.
Oh yes.
Yeah. I regret. Yeah, Coastal kits made in Blackpool, Lancashire. Yeah, that's where they're from.
Just across the bay from you. Well, not actually. Not.
I can see if I go to the door over there, open the door, I can see Blackpool.
Right, just across Morecambe Bay.
Yeah, I could row across.
No, Ted. Those days are gone now.
Right. HD Barnes said, greetings from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Wow, welcome from across the pond.
A real Canadian from Canada.
Yeah, hey? Canadian. Yeah, we don't call them American. There is
no.
Kimbar 123's lighting isn't that expensive if you don't buy the specialist kits. Yeah, we could. Yeah. You could just nip down your local sort of Maplin or whatever they're called, wherever you be, Radio Shack.
Wherever you be? Have you got all piratical? Wherever you be, my boy.
Wherever you be. That's part of the new job. It's getting into my blood now.
We need 3 white LEDs.
3 white LEDs.
And an Arduino, please. Thank you.
I'm from Alberta in Canada. Kim Barr says hello from Yorkshire. Yeah.
Do you want to go into detail on that lighting question a little bit? Because I can't answer him, but you know a bit about lighting.
Which one?
My understanding is it doesn't have to be expensive. You can get your own stuff.
Lighting isn't that expensive. Lighting kits. If a specialist manufacturer is putting a kit together for you, they will charge you usually the earth. But if you go to an independent supplier, and some of which I've mentioned, of where I get mine from in the videos, some of these LEDs cost a matter of 50p. And if you're adept enough to make up your own kits, make up your own lighting, all you need is a battery holder, and put it right. You can probably light a kit for a matter of pounds rather than tens of pounds. So it's really sort of worth shopping around and have a look. Yeah, go down to your local Maplin store or Radio Shack or wherever you be.
Radio Shack, wow, 1980s, hello.
Yeah, I think there's still the Radio Shack stores up.
I don't know, I need some spare parts for my Tandy TRS 80, so I better go and find out.
Yeah, I think it's still around.
Probably.
Yeah, go down, have a look. But there's bits out there. Also, salvage bits out of your Christmas decorations. You know, you get to the end of the Christmas and you're packing all your stuff away. Often sort of really cheap sort of Christmas decorations have LEDs. Some even have fibre optics in them. Strip them apart.
I've seen people actually just use Christmas lights in their models.
Yeah.
They just cut them out and rewire them.
Yeah.
So, somebody did say, don't go to Maplin's, it's too expensive.
Yeah.
Any electronic store. Other stores are available.
Other stores are available.
There's a couple of questions I'll have to answer that came up.
Right, I'm sort of lagging behind here. I'll zoom down the chat. You carry on with yours.
Chris Williams says, what's the map behind Foxx? It seems familiar. I'll give you a guided tour. That's the map from Red Dead Redemption. That's a Halo poster that I got when I got Halo, like 2001. Above that is the map from Skyrim, if you can see that. The poster over there in the black and blue is from a bus in 1985, and it's advertising a meeting in Wally Range High School to discuss Britain after nuclear war, and it actually says on Thursday the 28th of February 1985, 7:30 to 9:30 p.m. I've treasured that poster since 1985, and it's been with me. So yes, there you go. It's Red Dead Redemption and Skyrim. Two good games. Game of the generation, Red Dead Redemption. The other question was, and I'm afraid it's a Gunpla question, but I can't really answer it. Fox, where do you get your Gunpla news, and are you going to get the new Double Zeta Gundam Vercar? No, because I'm not really into Double Z. And I could tell you where I get my Gunpla news, but I can't tell you where I get my Gunpla news. But just YouTube, most of it. Lots and lots of channels on YouTube. But yes, no, I've got enough. I've got enough Gunpla in my collection now, and I've actually got a backlog now of so many kits. It's going to be a while before I need to buy any more Gunpla, which is a bad thing and a good thing. But
yeah, you're going to have as much on your shelves as Will May.
No, he has all the things.
Yeah,
he's still at the stage of buying things, even though he's never going to make them. I've actually had to stop now because I've got this Eagle to build. I've got the transit van to do. I forgot to show. I'm doing I did a competition a while back to design a Gunpla. Like I'd said, here's a Gunpla, colour it in and design it. And the guy that won did a Metal Gear Solid thing, so I'm actually in the process of painting those up. So the bear guy is kind of in the process of being painted at the moment. So there's Hideo Kojima and Snake. I've also got my massive Yamato to do, and I've got some other Gunpla and the Zaku and loads of other things. So yeah, it'll be a while before I buy any more Gunpla now, sadly.
I'm in a situation where I don't buy kits and store them. That's what eModels are for.
Yeah, they store them for you till you give them money.
They store them for me. So if you're buying my kits, yeah, well, I'll let you buy the kits. But yeah, just don't buy mine. So yeah, I try not to buy a kit unless I've got to build it. Otherwise, I'll just forget. I forget what's on. They go under the bench here, and I forget what's under there.
Yep.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Yep. Lofty21 asks, what's the best way to get dust off a model? Can I wash it under the tap? Probably not the best thing to do, unless you paint it in lacquer paints. I use one of these.
Yeah.
A fan brush. Dead soft fan brush. Get it from an art shop. You just do that and it comes off. Also, try and put it in a case or a cabinet if you can. When you're storing your models, if you can, put it in a cabinet if you've got a display cabinet. If you haven't, try and get yourself a little cheap display case, just for even if it's a little cheap plastic thing, just to keep the dust and crap off. A lot of people use, is it a Detolf that you get from IKEA? DETOLF. They're very popular with model makers to little display cabinets. They're not expensive. It just keeps most of the dust off your models.
No, I haven't got anywhere to put my models. I haven't got anywhere to put a model case as such. I'll probably have a look around here. Maybe I don't know. But then you want to build a model so that people could see it.
Yeah, I've got a model case. It's just full of models, so I've got nowhere to put it. So the moment this Eagle gets finished, it's going back to eModels.
Yeah. If you want to see the models, Go to eModels. And one day, buy some more. Yeah.
Apart from that one behind you, obviously.
Right. So speaking of eModels, let's have a look. Should we have a look what's in store?
Oh, yes.
Oh, right.
Show me, Ted. Show me, Ted.
Right, hang on. Let's see if I can get this right so it doesn't flick about from me to you and you to me, me to you.
To me, to you.
Me to you to me. Right. Right. Let's
Are you doing the Chuckle Brothers?
Yeah, Chuckle Brothers. That's
You
another.
have to stop the stream now.
Yeah. Right, share screen, share. Ooh, and we go straight back, and there we are with the eModels Scale Model Enthusiast Spunk. We've already looked at that. Yep, new in store, £6.95. So if you don't get a chance to win it tonight, which is just reminded me that we need to do the giveaway. The first one we're going to look at tonight is new in stock. It's the Airfix 172nd 8th Air Force Boeing B-17G and bomber resupply set. This is giving you a full sort of diorama in a box. You're getting what? Let's have a look further down. You're getting all that and a B-17. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're getting 5 models. Yep, you're getting all that in a box, and you can build to your heart's content. And probably one of the display bases that Foxx has just shown us, put it all onto that, and you've got a diorama in the making. So that'd be brilliant. Let's have a look at the next one. The Tamiya 135 Valentine Mark II. Mark II to Mark IV. British Infantry Tank Mark III. Yeah. This has been a re-release, I think, from Tamiya. Let's have a look down in the details. It's an all-tooled model of the British Valentine tank in 135 scale. And a little bit of history there. How it was used, what it was brought out for. Used in North Africa. It looked really nice in that sand colour there. And Tamiya have always been great kits. And this, I don't think it's going to be an exception, especially if it's a new tool. So, yeah, there it is. There's the model there. Looks like a quite impressive kit. And I've never once had any bad press about Tamiya. Next one. Right, with Tamiya again. We're staying with Tamiya. This is a kit that takes me back to my youth. This
was a dinosaur.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a T-Rex.
Yeah, T-Rex. Matt Bolan.
Yeah. Oh dear. Go for that tree.
Yeah, yeah, that tree jumped out of it. Yeah, the Tamiya 112 Suzuki GSX 750. Now, I'm not a big motorbike fan. I don't know one motorbike from the other, but I do know a motorbike that looks good, and this is a motorbike that looks good. It's the police version. This kit represents the GSX 750E, which it says here in the details was unveiled in Earl's Court, England in 1978. Now I would probably think that's probably as old as the kit, which I think will be about the time that I built it. At them days I just glue it all together, and as we just mentioned, it has a lot of chrome parts on it. So have your thoughts about whether you're going to take the chrome off or whether you're going to build it.
It's difficult with motorbikes because the chrome parts on motorbikes kind of look like chrome parts on motorbikes sometimes. When you get like chrome bumpers on cars and stuff, they look terrible. When you see them on motorbikes, it's kind of more in scale to that kind of thing. So but it's testament to me kits though that kits that old are still around and they're just as good as modern kits.
Yeah, well, this is the 112 scale, so you're upping your scales quite a bit there. So yeah, you're getting into the more realistic reproduction.
Yeah, just depends where the nubs are and if there's any seam lines.
Yeah, because you never paint over, you never reproduce that in the paint.
That's where you want to get your metallics out and start doing your own metallics.
So yeah, there's lots of aftermarket stuff out there as well for these motorbikes, which you could produce some fantastic models. I know David Hunter's probably in chat as well with us tonight, and he has turned out some stunning models that he's got from eModels, then with some aftermarket parts. Yeah, he's stunning. Right, and the next one, we always try to find something for the kids, and because Easter's coming up, and a little bit of a link here to gunplay.
Egg planes are cool, man. Now that is a plane I would make. I don't make planes, but egg planes are funny and I like them. Crazy Japanese, what can you say?
Yeah, I think the reason that these are really pretty cute. Cute? Can we say cute?
Yeah.
I think these are pretty cute. Yeah, I think a collection of these all together, because they do different aircraft. This is the F-15, and I think at that price, £9.89. And I think Foxx said that they are a kit.
Yeah. It's a proper model kit. They're just like super squished. There's a huge range of egg planes. That I almost bought an egg plane Colonial Viper. I didn't in the end, but I was like, I should have got that. It's like a little round thing. It's just cute. They're a big thing in Japan. Massive in Japan, egg planes.
Yeah.
Only the Japanese could come up with this, basically.
So, yeah. If you're looking then for an Easter present for your kids, pop yourself along to eModels and have a look at the F-15 Eagle. The Hasegawa, which are pretty good kits in themselves. They produce some outstanding stuff. And just a bit of fun, really. A bit of you always want that palette cleanser or the mojo, something to get the mojo going again.
Yeah,
this could be it.
And it's sometimes, if you're looking for something to, like, decompress and clean the palette, sometimes something silly is also a great palette cleanser, because you just get into the silly mode and then you can go back to your serious kits. But for like for £9.89 for a tenner, it's a funky little kit. It's dead silly. The Hasegawa are experts at making airplane kits anyway, and yeah, you can grow quite a nice collection of egg planes. They're adorable. They're totes adorbs. You have to go and get one because they're adorbs.
So build that at the bench with the kids, and they'll think you're great. Yeah, brilliant. And finally, just we mentioned it last week. We've seen it this week. The Space 1999 Eagle Transporter. Not lander, it's a transporter.
Transporter.
But if you haven't seen it, if you want to look in the box, Foxx has already put the video up.
Hang on.
I'll go back.
Oh, if I can lean and lift at the same time.
Yeah, I'll stop sharing that. I'll go back now so I can see what Foxx is doing. Oh, there we go. There's the box. It's crammed full.
It's about 300 parts. And they are wonderfully moulded. There's absolute... I found a few little bits of flash, but they're on the sprue, not on the actual parts, which is brilliant. But yeah, just wonderfully moulded. I really cannot wait to... Well, not have to lift that up at a funny angle again, but I cannot wait to get on with that kit. You get a load of extras in the special edition one, which is the one that's in stock. Actually, let me get the decals out. Oh, keep them busy, Ted. Keep them occupied. Yeah. In the normal kit, you'll get a sheet of decals that you can't see because it's behind a yellow piece, but you get a sheet of decals, all the markings for the anti-glare stuff and all the bits of markings and Alpha Moon base. In the special edition kit, you get all those as well. You get a massive set of cartograph decals, and these are more little panels, all the little grey panels that go all over it, little markings for the doors, little just caution signs, and all the little stripes for the tubing. Plus some decals for your base if you make a nice shiny base for it. So yeah, the one that's in stock is the special edition one. It's got all these extra decals. Plus you get an awesome poster, which you guys can't see, and you get an autographed card from Brian Johnson, the guy that designed the Eagle. So it is a fantastic kit. You need one in your life. Yeah. Truly you do.
Yeah. Did you work out whether it was an original autograph?
I still can't figure out, because it could be a Sharpie and shiny, or it could just be a shiny print. It's probably just a shiny print, but I can't tell. So let's just say it's an autograph. A man actually signed it. It's probably just printed. Yeah. But yeah, it's a fantastic kit. It's one of those kits that comes along only every now and then. There's no indication how long we'll keep it in print for, because round 2 ones kind of come out for a while and then disappear. So if you've always wanted to make an Eagle, 99% of all the Eagle kits in the past have been absolutely terrible. This is looking like it's going to be fantastic. I can't wait. It's that big. It's this big.
And I've just those pictures that you've seen, those screenshots of the eModels website are live as such, so they're still on the site.
Yep.
So if there's anything that you've seen tonight and you want it, if it's in stock, it's on the screen. So shove it in your basket and get ready to check out, because once it's gone, this is a special edition of the Eagle. So I guess once it's gone, it's, as they say, it's gone.
Yeah, if you're watching this on the eModels website, emodels.co.uk/live, and you're not in the chat, you've got an advantage. You're already on the eModels website, so open a new tab and go and get whatever you need while you're watching.
Brilliant. We'll might as well do the giveaway then.
Yes.
Yeah.
Give things away, Ted.
Yeah. I think you had a question. We'll keep it on the 1999 theme.
Okay.
Okay, go on. You go for
All
it.
right. It's going to be a fastest finger round, and it's probably the worst question ever because about 3 people will know it. But the question we're going to ask tonight is related to Space 1999. Now, what we're going to do, we did say what we're probably going to start doing is, if you've won one of these already, we might take the next answer, just because we don't want the same people to win all the time. So we'll give everybody a chance. You'll win another one again soon, but if it's been in the last few weeks you've won one, we might go for the next answer. So don't be offended, but still answer anyway, because you never know. So the question tonight is, in Space 1999, think yourself back, flares, bad hair. There was an alien woman shapeshifter. What was her name?
Go with the answer.
Yep. First one to type it down.
Watching the chat. The first one that appears on my screen, by the way, not necessarily could be on yours. The first one that appears on my screen.
I bet nobody knows what to do with the question.
They'll be all googling as we finish. It's the fastest Googler. Here's Shiki Barnes. We do giveaways, and tonight the giveaway is a eModels mug.
Chris Williams says, "Damn, I knew I should have spent the day watching 1999."
And there's the answer. We're home. What's that? Who?
In fact, let me just check the spelling, because I need to check now. Hang on.
Right spelling.
and the first correct answer is making models. How do I do this, Ted? Because Carl did win the other week, didn't he?
Yeah, we did say beforehand that it would be the next one with the right spelling. So if you have one before, unfortunately, you can't we need to spread the love.
Yeah. So now it's just down to whoever can type that answer again quickest. That just went a bit to pot, really, didn't it? There we go.
There we go. Alan Kelly.
Well, that just went completely to pot.
Yeah, hopefully we kept that as fair as possible. I do appreciate that you were the fastest one there, Carl. But we like to spread the love. And as you won the King Tiger kit the other week,
that's a lot of love you've won so far.
Yeah.
We're not going to keep you out forever. Don't panic. We're just going to give it a few weeks for people to cycle around.
Yeah. So Alan Kelly, send me your address details to ted@emodels.co.uk, and we'll get your mug sent out to you. I haven't got your own yet. I must get onto eModels and get myself a mug.
Carl gives us a squishy smiley. I like the squishy smileys in the chat on YouTube. He gives us a squishy smiley.
Yeah. I'm sure you enjoy watching the videos, and I'm watching you enjoying building that Tiger tank anyway.
Yes.
So, yeah, keep up with that.
That Tiger tank kit is the strangest colour.
Yeah.
I have to say, watching Carl make it, it's like, why have they made it kind of terracotta red? It's very strange. I know it's almost like one of the camouflage colours, but very strange colour.
I think Paul Stewart's come up with a good one there. We'll send Carl a compensatory sticker.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah,
that sounds like fair play, doesn't it?
We'll do that anyway. Yeah, we'll get that off to you as well, Carl. All right.
See, we're kind of lovely, really, aren't we?
Right. I suppose we better do the second giveaway then, which is the eModel sticker. eModel sticker.
Not that one, obviously.
Not that one. I'll peel it off slowly. These are becoming, for those Brits amongst us, these are becoming a bit like crackerjack pencils and Blue Peter badges. They're being quite sought after.
No, what it is, Ted, it's like the blankety blank checkbook, a pen. You've got to slap your thigh when you say it. eModels sticker.
You're going to have an eModels sticker. I've got to think of a question now.
Another question, guys. Get yourself ready. We're going to have another question.
Right. eModels mugs. How much were they? I'll have a look myself.
Better go and find out what the answer is before you tell somebody they got the answer right.
How much were eModels mugs?
First one to answer gets a sticker. First one to type fast and Google it. Carl from Make a Model says do 2 sticker giveaways because he's got a sticker coming tomorrow.
All
Very
right.
kind of you, Carl.
Right. Okay, then, right.
Okay.
Right.
Who's the first? It's all scrolling up too fast for
It's
you.
all going too fast now.
We have $6.95, $6.99, $6.99. I can't remember how much they are.
$6.95.
Then it was Paul Stewart was the first answer with £6.95 space pence.
Paul Stewart.
Yes. Do you want to know the question or just give it to the next person that said $6.99?
Yeah, we'll just give it to the next person.
That was Beyond Hope, who says $6.95, but we'll ignore the dollar sign.
Right. Okay.
Beyond Hope.
Right. Right. Thank you very much. That's it. We'll give 2 stickers away this week then.
Yep.
And 1 email.
Thank you to Carl.
That'll come from eModels themselves. We'll get on to Peter's and get it sent off to you. But thank you very much for your participation. It's quite good fun, really.
Pop an email to ted@emodels.co.uk with your address and he'll send you a sticker out.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, unless you won the mug, in which case he'll obviously send you the mug.
Yeah. Or if you, once again, if you missed out on the eModels mug and if you missed out on the eModels stickers, yeah, you can always drop eModels a line on the contact form, or if you're ordering something, just ask them to slip a sticker in with your order.
Slip a sticker in it.
Slip a sticker in.
Carl says he's actually getting one because he's ordered a new Neo Free water brush. Good choice. Is it the trigger or the button? There's a question.
Yeah. I've got 2 screens. I'm trying to move the other talk with the mouse which is connected to this.
Ron Mack says he's off to watch Ancient Aliens, the guy with the hair.
Right.
I'm not saying it's aliens, but it's aliens.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming in, Rob.
That reminds me, I did see a post on eModels, not eModels. I did see a post on a Facebook page this week that reminded me that I did know about some sci-fi.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, but as it's an adult, as this is a family program, we won't go there. Yeah, so there was various characters in Space 1999 that sort of spring to mind, or spring to a gentleman's mind.
Yes,
when you talk about them.
Steady now, Ted.
Yeah. Anyway,
Carl says he's got the trigger. Good choice. The trigger Neo. One of them's. Good choice.
All right. Oh, well, we look forward to hearing his reviews on that.
Yes, great, because they're comfortable and also they work great at low pressure. My compressor gets very hot very quick, but I can run this on like 10 psi. So they're good for low pressure, which is one good thing about them. They work really well at low pressure, the Neos.
Right. All right. Right, I think we've run about a course, really, unless anybody else out there has got some questions.
Yes, questions would be good.
Your time is running down and we're getting towards the end because it's quite late now for some people being up at this time of night.
Yes, I think we've actually done about 10 minutes of model making talk and the rest was talking about chickens and all kinds of things.
Old Boy says, is Ted going to build Moonbase Alpha?
What, 148 scale?
148 scale.
I don't know, you've got the big back garden, so...
Yeah, I've only got half the garage, so the other half I've got Moonbase Alpha in 124th scale.
So the more important question for me that I want to ask you, Ted, is, are you going to get a friend for model making chicken? As in, are you going to get one of them big 5 foot tall chickens that are on the internet at the moment? Everybody's seen the video of those big...
Those huge chickens with the
flares. You're going to get one of those?
I did have some fancy chicken. No, fancy chickens aren't very good to keep because they get mucky.
Yeah.
So, no, she'll be on her own. She'll be a lonely chicken. Mind you, she's got us for company because she's always in the workshop. There's always somebody around her. She's just making the most of the sun. She was spread out on the floor this morning. The sun's
like that.
Yeah, it's spread out.
I have a question. First of all, Carl says he doesn't have the finger control like yourself. You don't need it. If you can play a video game, middle finger, trigger, that's it. You can lock your finger in place. But the question was, Chris Williams says, how does the trigger work with double action? Very easy. You have the trigger there. When you pull the trigger, it stops there. It just naturally has a detent. It goes, and you can feel it, and you have to push harder. That is your air, and then it stops. So that's just air coming out. and then when you pull it back further, you start to get paint coming out. So you can have just air, and then you can't. You'll feel it'll just stop naturally because that's where the spring. This is just free moving, and then it hits the spring, and that's where you pull back on the trigger for paint. So that's how it does double action. So you can do air only. You can't have a little bit of air and some paint because the paint will start there. If I do it that way around, you can see it better. That's free moving. It hits the spring, you can feel it, and then you push harder, and the paint comes out. So you always start with that much air. You can't have the control like on an airbrush where you can control how much air there is, but you can control how much paint. But it works perfectly.
Yeah.
I think that was it. Life after work says he's being called to dinner by the boss. That's a very late dinner.
Yep. Yeah, and yeah, that's going to be about it for this evening. Everybody will be getting the cocoa and going to bed now because it's late.
One quick one. HG Barnes says he's got a Pash VL for $35. Figured it will be a good start to airbrush. Any advice about making the button more smooth? It sort of sticks when pressing for the air. Yes, get yourself a, if it hasn't got one with it,
Super lube.
you can get them from a lot of places, but some lube of some sort, some airbrush lube.
Super lube.
Super lube. Or airbrush lube, whichever you prefer. You can get them from eModels and all kinds of places. But you just put a tiniest dot. I'm going to have to take the trigger out now, aren't I? I won't take the trigger out, but when you take it apart, if you pull the trigger out, it's got the little floppy bit on the bottom. You put the tiniest dot down there, because all that's happening is it's sticking when you're pushing it down. Mine does this on this. It's a bit of a swine for that.
Yeah. And I always go for airbrush friendly lube. Don't be tempted to try anything like WD-40 or any other sort of bicycle sewing machine lube, because it'll just gum up and mix with your paint and all hell will break loose. Use a purpose made. This is Super Lube from Iwata.
And trust me, these little tiny things, they'll last you years. That one I've had is that big. I've had it for about 5 years. Because you use a microscopic amount on the end of the trigger. Just the tiniest amount, and then that's good till you... If you've got a button one, like me, every time you take it apart, the trigger falls out. So I do it every time. So just keeps it working.
It just takes moments to do. I think on if you go back to the eModels videos, you did a strip down of the H&S Evolution 2.
Yep.
And I think you put lube on there. It's worth stripping your airbrush down every now and again. Probably once a month or something like that. And giving it a clean. And when you put it back together, tiniest drop of lube, put it on your needle, put it on your trigger, put it on your air valve, and it'll keep it working like new. But use airbrush friendly lube.
Yes,
to
airbrush specific lubrication products. Adam from Model Making's coming. Hey Adam. Yeah. Timed it to perfection.
yeah. What do you mean? Yeah. Stay behind afterwards and provide us a note where you've been. But unfortunately, if you've just joined us, we're about to wrap up.
Yes.
So yeah, it's getting late now. I'm getting old for being up at this time of night.
I know.
Nothing
personal, Adam. We've just timed it really badly.
Oh well, you can watch us on catch up anyway. Hopefully it'll be as interesting.
Yes.
Yeah. Just leave it running in background. When you get away with your models, you can hear us twittering away in the background and
talking about chickens and toilets and
chickens. So when something catches your ear, you can. What was that all about?
Yes.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah, I don't think we've got anything else we need to talk about, have we? I don't think so.
So don't forget the eModels mug, which is new in stock. I do believe there may be some more merchandise coming out in the future, so keep an eye out for that.
Yes.
Stop sharing that. I'll come back to you. So have a look at them. Next week I'll be here again with Foxx at the later time again of 9 o'clock, because it's sort of tying in with the new job that I've got now, and it's given me enough time to get home and get everything ready to talk to you lot.
Yep. A few people have actually said if we could start later, because they have to, get kids to bed and get the tea and everything else. Yeah. So we don't mind starting.
I think it actually worked so far, because we have had quite a few more viewers in this evening.
Yes.
Right, so yeah, Alan, get thinking about your question for next week. Well done on winning the mug. As I said, just get your message to us, and we'll get your mug out to you from the guys at eModels. Paul and Beyond Hope, yeah, let me know as well, and I'll get some stickers out to you as soon as I can.
ted@emodels.co.uk.
ted@emodels.co.uk.
Yes, and your complaints, of course, to helgan35@geocities.com.
Right, thank you very much, everybody, for joining us tonight, and we'll see you all again next week. Don't forget, send your questions to us, and we will do our best to avoid them.
Yes, don't tell them how the sausage is made.
All right, thank you very much. Bye, everybody.
Take care, guys.
Bye. Oh, press the button now. Press the button. Press the button.